Yo, what's good? Today we got a low taper tutorial for y'all, and as you can see, my client hasn't had a haircut in a while, man. We about to get straight into it. We about to turn this into a fire tutorial. But look, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We about to get straight into it.
I ain't capping if I said it, I done it. I get description, get the I ain't never going back to like 2018. I was rapping, wasn't talking about nothing.
Now, starting off any haircut, what you want to do, we're just taking everything up real quick. We're taking everything up and putting everything in a bun, or attaching the pieces to the top, just so we won't cut the longer pieces of hair on the side, because all we're doing is working on the taper parts and the liner parts at the bottom. So we put it up in a little bun. But what you can do, I know some of y'all still have problems or struggles with the hair still coming down at the bottom, so you don't cut it off. What you want to do is you want to brush up first. You want to brush up and then pin the hairs up into it. Brush the hair up first, and then the longer pieces of hair, just attach that to the top and then brush everything else down. Now, to start off the back of the taper, what we're going to do is we're going to debulk everything. We're debulking everything with a number 2 guard all the way open. Now, this is basically skipping a step. We're not skipping a step, or whenever you're fading up like this, the highest guard you're obviously going to use is a number 2 guard, because that's the highest, that's the lowest or highest guard that you've used on this taper so far. Well, on the whole entire haircut, because this is what we're debulking with. If we was to cut everything down to get the same exact effect, we'll have to use a number 1.5 guard, I would say, or a number 3 guard all the way closed, and then we'll wind up having to fade with a 4 guard and whatnot. So to make everything simple and short, we're going to go against the grain. Notice how in my previous videos we went with the grain. We're going against the grain this time. So the same guard with the grain or against the grain that we use will be the only guard that we will have to use at the highest point. So right there I was indicating what a high taper and a low taper would look like. A high taper would be more so starting by his C cup or the top of his C cup. The low taper or mid taper, in this case we're doing a low taper, trying to keep these lines as small as possible, these guidelines, is starting right by his ear. The high taper a low taper on the back, or the taper in the back, we're going to give it a little curvature on the sides, just to make sure that these the lines for the sides stand out a lot more. Whenever you're lining your client up, just because it's like a horizon or half of a circle type shape and not just a line straight across, you're gonna get more of an effect. You're gonna bring out that lineup a lot more, 10 times better than what you would have if the lineup was going just straight on the or that first guideline was going straight. Now, for our second guideline, it all depends on your client's hair. We're going up about a 1/2 inch for this in particular client. We don't want to make the guidelines way too thick, bro. We don't want to make it too thick because we're not doing a mid taper, we're doing a low taper. We're trying to keep the guidelines as small as possible. Now I'm just opening up my level. We started with that level all the way open, and now we're just slowly fading down, closing the lever each time we fade down until we get to all the way close to that first ball guideline that we had initially set in. And the reason why you want to start with the level all the way open, because the level all the way open, whenever we get to the top and we use the number 2 guard like we're doing right now, all we're doing is level all the way open. Every time you put on a new guard, bro, you always want to start with the level all the way open. Level all the way open, and now we're doing the same exact thing, slightly working our way down. And just because we start off with a number 2 guard, we're going to move down to a 1.5 guard. And then we're going to move down to a 1 guard, and then the smallest guard, which is the 1.5, which I like to call the half. Not the 1.5, just the half guard. And that's the smallest guard that should come in with any pack. Now we're moving on to a 1.5, and we're picking up where we left off from that number 2 guard. And we're slowly doing the same exact stuff and just moving down. Doing the same exact stuff really helps us keep and maintain a nice and even fade. You don't want to do one thing on one side and then go to the other side and do the exact opposite or something totally different. You'll get obviously different results. So while you're doing a taper, man, you just want to think to yourself. I think to myself when I'm doing tapers all the time. You just don't want to be just doing it. You want to go in there and think, okay, they got this difficult spot, a lot of bulk in this area, or this part is not faded, or this part needs to be detailing a little bit more. I think as I go. I don't just go in there brainless. I actually think while I'm working, so I can catch these little imperfections and fix everything that I need to fix. Now we start off with our 1 guard, and we're incorporating the same exact technique. We're starting off with the lever all the way open because we have on a new guard, right? And then we're slowly closing the guard, moving down. And with the lever all the way open, we started where we ended at with our 1.5 guard all the way closed. So whenever you start off with a new guard, whenever you end with a new guard with the lever all the way closed, you're going to start off with a new guard all the way open. But every time you start, all the way open. Every time you end with a new guard, if you faded already, then the lever will be all the way closed. So now we're taking our half guard, the smallest guard in the pack. Whatever clipper you have, the smallest guard, this is that guard. And we're slowly just knocking out these imperfections. And notice how I'm using the edge of my clippers. Now this is another form of detailing. This is just point cutting. Every little imperfection, every little piece of imperfection, you know, we're just slicing the hair into, we're just dividing the hair, breaking the hair up for real. So really right here, what I would like to do, they do have another technique that I love to use, and it's called the rake down technique. And right here, I'm just using my number 2 guard just to kind of debulk everything once more. As I feel like I didn't get all of the debulkness, I would say, so I went back over it. It's okay to go back over your work, bro. But another form of detail would be the tiger claw or the rake down technique, and that's something that I'm pretty known for on this channel, and it just smooths out the blend. For this in particular client, the rake down technique is specifically used just to make the flow of the hair a lot better, and you can well as much blend with the rake down technique. But for this client has more so of a curlier, straighter hair, so we can't really use it on this client unless we want to bald the client, and we do not want to do that. So now all we're doing is the same exact steps. As you can see, we started with the lever all the way open and worked to the lever all the way closed. That's where we're at right now. And we're just detailing our little imperfections. And now we're moving on with our number 2 guard. All the way open, going all the way to the tippy top of his head, and just working our way down, fading down. Fading down, fading down. Fading down is a technique used so us barbers, I know a lot of beginner barbers do this, because when I was first starting off, even though I'm only 4 years in for real, but like, you know, we tend to fade too high or bring the fade up. We might have a 5 fade, then we wind up messing up in the fade. We wind up having to pushing the fade up higher. Like, dang, I just ruined a perfectly good cut and I could have took a picture. So fading down, bro, fading down is meant. Like, fading down should be the only thing you should be doing, bro. I mean, if you're good with fading up, go ahead. But fading down really helps you in the long run. So now we got on our 1.5, and we're slowly detailing, slowly moving the lever down and slowly moving down in the fade. As you move down with the lever or start closing the clipper, you should always never be in the same exact spot or never in the same exact position. You're always going to be moving down. And see how I'm using the corners of my clippers to detail? Whenever you're taking out a line and whenever you're detailing, you do want to use the corners. Now we have our number 1 guard lever all the way open, and you're gonna slowly see this blend just come together. The 1 guard is a sweet spot. I love the 1 guard. I love this in particular 1 guard, this red 1 guard. I don't know what it is about it, but it has my heart. It has everything that I need to you know, make any blend successful, to bring any blend together. And we're just slowly closing it until we get the blend that we want. And we're just slowly working. Lever all the way closed, and we're just trying to knock out that last line. But the 1 guard will never knock out that last line just because it's just way too big of a guard. So now that's when we incorporate or move down to our 1.5 guard. Lever all the way open. And in this particular area, what I like to do is I like to use the corners of my blades. Really like to use the corner of my blades whenever I start to close the lever. Just because I feel like it cuts too much hair, I want to say. So really make sure that y'all are using only the corners of y'all blades, especially when y'all move down to this in particular guard. I feel like this guard cuts a lot more hair than what's intended. So what I'm doing right now, we're preparing for the you know, the lineup. So what I'm doing right here is getting a cotton swab or whatnot. You can use tissue paper. You could use a neck strip. I know most barbers, you should have a neck strip as a barber. So you could take a neck strip, spray some alcohol on the neck strip, and just wipe all the excess hair, well, all the excess dirt and whatnot, grime and whatnot that should be there. I make my clients wash their hair before they come get a haircut, so that would be big. But all I'm doing is wiping down all that area just so I could get that nice, clean, sharp ash line that everybody desires. And now we're adding holding spray, and we're using cold air. Whenever you've seen me pour out my blow dry, it's always 100% been cold air. Now we're going to start our liner prep. If you need a more in-depth tutorial on the liner prep, I do have other videos on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I give out a lot of free game, bro. Now we're just adding the the foam and the hot towel. The hot towel and the foam really just you can kind of really manipulate the hair like this and make everything lay down. But see how the hair is not all the way laid down? You still need that holding spray. That holding spray will take it to a whole new level. A whole new level. Now we're just adding holding spray and we're gonna brush it down as well. You wanna go all the way through with your brush. If you stop brushing before you're off of the hairs, it will actually lift the hairs back up, as y'all can see. So what we're gonna do, and we're taking little pieces that belong at the top and we're taking them and putting them back where they are supposed to be at. But you see me brushing all the way through, and now the hair is successfully laying down. We need the hair successfully to lay down so we can get a nice, crispy, sharp lineup. That's what we're going for. That's what we always going for. That's what everybody going for. That's gonna get you a lot of clientele right there, bro. Or if you're cutting your son hair or your people hair at home, that's gonna make them come back. That's gonna make them leave their barber. So everything is a competition, bro. I don't care who you is, what state you in. When you're working on clientele, when you're getting other people to try to come to you, it's either me or you. It's either you or them, for real. So like, we all fighting, we all in a competition to see who can get these clients. You can have your little clients over there. Yeah, who cares? You don't want to be competitive. You're not going to be bringing in the same type of money I'm going to be bringing in. Like, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want to do, take trips or whatnot. You don't want to take it for real. You don't want to get competitive. You're scared about being competitive. Then, hey, you're going to have non-competitive money. We're just all these people are just customs, man. We're just a product. Barbers are actually and truly just products, bro. And we're deciding, like, and the customers are deciding, like, the clients are deciding, like, why should I pick this? Why should I be with this person over this person? What makes this barber better? If I find a better product, I'm gonna pick that product up and I'm gonna go use it. If I'm at the store, let me see something common. Let's say clippers, man. We barbers, so like, if I find a better pair of clippers, higher motor, higher torque, or whatever it may be called, a sharper, could give me my nice crispy ash lines, as y'all can see right here. If I can find a more better clipper to give me better results, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop my old ones and go for the new ones, or go for the better price. Though it don't even have to be better price, a better product, putting out a better product for my business. So we're all just a purchase at the end of the day. No client, is loyalty or whatnot, but every client, we're just another piece of product, bro. Another product sitting on the shelf, and where people are deciding if they want to come buy our product or buy us or not. So what you want to do for this back taper, it just kind of diagonal, bring it in a little bit, diagonal down a little bit towards the back, just so you can get that sharp, full look. And then you want to use the corners of your blades like how I'm presenting right here. The reason why this lineup is sharp is because that alcohol, bro. I don't skip no steps. Y'all seeing everything that I could possibly do, bro. Like, I don't hide none of my information. So, like, this is how I'm getting them sharp, ashy lineups. And you can see, it looks like I put a pencil on this lineup for the back neck area. Like, it's already crispy. Now right here, I'm indicating for the lineup. What you want to do, you want to start on the weak side. That right side is the weak side. As you can see, he has less hair going towards his eyebrows on his right side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the weak side, use his nose, go up, use the middle of his forehead, and this is my starting point, or my connecting points for both sides. Start on the right side, work your way towards the right side. That's all I'm doing. I'm indenting a little bit on the left side just so I can have that long extended straight line. But that's the first thing you want to do. Make a straight line in the middle and then work your way towards the weak side. My last video, my client didn't have a weak side, so we got to pick and choose whatever side we felt comfortable on. Usually the right side is my strong suited side. That's the side I most feel comfortable while doing a lineup. So we got lucky with this one. You might feel like I'm taking a lineup back, but if I was to line up that left side first, his lineup will be going diagonal up to the right and then diagonal down to the left. It wouldn't be a straight line. Now look how straight and crispy that is. We do have to go in there and make our micro adjustments right there. That's where the line was kind of, throwing me off at. You got to take a step back, look at your work, look at the work that's presented in front of you, or the work that's at hand, and see what adjustments you need to make to perfect it or make it to where the client is satisfied. So we're stepping back, looking at it. It looks straight to me. I'm going back in there a little bit. I see, like, sometimes, bro, it be like the slightest bit off, man. Like, I'm talking about like a tap of a trimmer. Like you could tap your trimmer right there, remove like 1 or 2 pieces of hair, and it'll make the lineup completely straight, bro. Now look how straight that is. It's not going straight across, but it's going, some lineups aren't meant to go straight over. Some lineups are meant to curve down. Some lineups are meant to, you know, go up in a U shape. So it's just inevitable. You can't make everybody's lineup just straight across, bro. Unless you want to push them back drastically or, you know, whatnot. So right now, right here, we're going to make this little indent right here, his vertical bars. We're slightly slanting his vertical bars and using the left side of our clipper blade just because we want that nice boxy shape when we turn them to the front. Y'all are going to see what I mean by, you know, the nice boxy shape. Like nice boxy shape. Now we're about to implement the C-cup. The C-cup will bring the taper together. Right now, it looks like nothing, bro. But watch this. I'm going to start with the right side of my trimmer and work my way up. Work my way up first, and then slightly start adding a curve. Back up, readjust my hand, and then strongly go in there with this curve. Now look how much, like, look how I just bring this taper together just by adding a line. Just by adding this line, this taper is standing out now. Now y'all can see that it's a low taper. And that's all that you need. That's all that you need, bro. And now I'm going to start on his left side of his lineup. Now, whenever you're starting on someone's lineup, man, or whenever you're doing someone's lineup, like for the right side, I only use the right side of my clipper blade. I divided my clipper blades. In my mind, they have a line dividing the right side and the left side of my trimmer. My bad, I'm going to say trimmer instead of clipper. I divided my trimmer blade. Just in my mind, they have a line dividing both sides of the blades. For the right side, I only use my right side of my clipper blade. Anytime I needed to make a new, you know, cut more hair just to make the lineup straight or just continue the lineup process, I'll use the right side of my clipper blade when I'm on the right side and use the left side of that blade that I divided off, use that left side and line it up with the previous hairs that I've already cut. And that ensures, bro, that your lineup will be straight. Like you're continuing from a straight lineup that first foundational guideline in the middle, you're continuing from that part already. So, and then we're just making sure each line is straight, taking our steps back. You know, this first initial part that you set in, bro, it might not be straight. You might have to go back in, readjust the blade. As we're humans, bro, our hands will slightly tilt down, slightly tilt over, slightly tilt up. And we might have to go take a step back and readjust it. That's why you always want to put in the extra mile for your clients, man. Take a step back. Don't rush the process. Just go, just, you know, just go and just handle your business, man. Trust the process, bro. Don't rush it. Just trust it. Step by step. Step by step. That's how things get done. That's how you achieve goals. Step by step, bro. Don't rush anything. There's nothing good from someone that rushes anything, bro. It's a timely process, bro. Now look at that. It's starting to come out very, very nice, very, very sharp, very, very straight. Now it's time for me to set in that vertical ball. Well, yeah, that vertical ball, and then do that C-cup. Now, what I was showing you a little bit back was, you know, I was kind of just trying to see where the bottom of his C-cup landed at. So right now, I'm about to do like just a starter guideline. I'm not going to connect it all the way. I'm just going to get that initial C-cup. Now, I'm going to show y'all something that I never put on this channel before. This is something new I'm introducing to the channel. I do use this often, but the way I do lineups, I kind of got like my barber eye kind of developed, but you know, you can order this. It's called a rhino comb, bro. I've been using this for months now. But I never put it on YouTube yet. But you can use this to ensure that both sides are symmetrical, bro. Both sides have to be the same length. Just this part right here, just this vertical bar being the same width, bro, will take your cut to a whole new level. I'm trying to tell you. What you want to do, you want to measure it. Don't remove it. Take the same measurement, put it on the opposite side. And then on this side, you want to press down. The holding spray is going to indicate, like, there's a little mark. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I surely can. That's the little mark that I need to connect. And that right there will ensure that both sides are just as even as possible, bro. Sometimes the lineup don't even mess up. Sometimes it's just the trajectory of what you put in the C-cup as. Like y'all about to see, like it's about to be perfectly like symmetrical on both sides. They're both about to stop on both sides. So if you have trouble with that, I would indicate or I would recommend you to go get a rhino comb. I think they're like sold out in a lot of places, so you just gotta kind of search on Google, search on Amazon, and kind of get lucky. But Yeah, bro. This is a cut right here. I had let all the little tools out and everything. But yeah, this is a nice clean cut. And this is a non-enhanced cut, bro. You don't need enhancements, my bad, for everything, bro. You can get a nice crispy clean cut, man. Learn how to cut without enhancements and get great, man. Handle your business. But it's HYB. If you're not handling your business and what you're doing,
and I'm done with the morning.
and we out.
No, I needed a blessing. I checked it. Knew every morning. I cannot be in the prison. God, you different. Take to the top. Stop. Nigga, I'm here. I'm winning. They need a Glock. Don't stop, cause I'm making a difference. Give it my all. God, you the reason I'm living. Think that I'm tripping, but you hold me down. I'm with you, I know what you about. Show me the way, show me the truth. When I'm with you, I do not have to doubt. Give me the keys, none of this easy. Show me the road, I'ma follow the route. Now that I'm up, not gon' drop what I know that it's a route. I cannot be in the prison.
Benny, please don't do anything crazy.